Hey everyone, welcome back to the SunnySide. I'm Sonny, and this tarot reading right here, right now is specifically for Scorpio for the month of June 2018. Hey Scorpio, what's up? Just a reminder, I'm a professional astrologer. I do write the horoscopes for some of the newspapers up here in Canada. I wonder what, okay, whatever. What's your astrologer do? Anyways, for those who don't, and if you want a personal reading, check it out in the description box below. In addition to all of that, it's just shuffling the cards here, right? In addition to all of that, we have tons of live streams here on the channel. You know, every morning we do astrology and every night we do tarot like this. I read your tarot cards. And if you're into any of that kind of stuff, just tune into the channel. And if you do, make sure you say hi. What else is going on? Someone's like, hey Sonny, do you read poppers? Read poppers? What do you mean? You like when you're drugs? You want to smoke your tarot card? Anyways, whatever. In addition to all of that, we have spells on the channel, new moon spells, full moon spells. They're really popular. And I also have workshops and classes, right? So I teach tarot to the general public, and I teach astrology to the general public. That's in the description box, or you can tune into a live stream and ask me. And in addition to all of that, I do have a class coming up for professional tarot readers, these guys who want to add astrology to their workshop or their professional class to do it properly. There's a way that it goes together, astrology and this tarot. They're kind of similar. They're a similar story. Okay, and that's the action. And for one more thing, just letting you guys know, and thanks for being patient with me at the beginning of the video. Just one more thing to let you guys know, there's I am recording these videos live on the channel, so if I get a little distracted, it's because we're goofing around on the chat. Okay, so just a quick recap of the month. What's going on? Jose, that's funny. Okay. All right. Okay, so here we go. So Scorpio, I know it's your tarot reading. We'll get to that in a sec. Let's just give you a quick boost of what's going on. Oh, and please subscribe to the channel. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel and tell all your friends. Here's the good stuff that's happening right now. There is an astrological video. There's a horoscope video on the channel too, if you want to check that out. But anyways, here's the good stuff. You're attracting at a distance, you're doing well at school, and the big picture is coming into play. The spotlight is on you and your relationships, even if you're not in a relationship, like in a committed relationship, or if there's no one in your life. If there's no one in your life, this is your computer, because obviously you're watching this on the internet, and so, or this is your phone, or it's a relationship with yourself. This is the peeps and the stuff you do every day. This is taking the stuff that taking it to the next level. So that's where the spotlight is. And so this is the stuff you do. These are the people you hang out with on a daily basis. If there's no one in your life and all you do is you watch the SunnySide, you watch my channel all day long, you watch my videos all day long, then this is me in your chart. All right? If the only person in your life is the girl at the coffee shop who serves you coffee in the morning, that's her. All right? So keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. If the only, okay, whatever. And so this is the taking it to the next level. So if you're in a relationship, let's say, okay, forget it. That's in the horoscope video. Let's get down to the tarot. So good things are, so the spotlight is Scorpio's relationships being taken to the next level. So if the only person in your life is the girl at Starbucks, she making you a special latte with a heart in it, and you're like, wow, I just took that relationship to the next level. Or hey, she's like, hey, try this coffee with sprinkles in it, and you're like, wow, no kidding. That's taking your relationship to the next level. If you go to another coffee shop, then that spotlight is, they're gonna be like, oh wow, and something, Anyways, that's the spotlight on what's going on. That's what you're looking at. So everyone is looking at it as well, Scorpio. So if you got married, let's say, they're looking, this is your wife's ring, all right, or how much money your husband makes. And that's what everybody is looking at. All right, heads up, just letting you know hey, why is this person all up in my action? That's why they're all up in your action. That's what they're looking at. They're not looking at they're not looking at how good looking you are. They're not looking at this or that. They're looking at what your partner bought you. They're looking at what you bought them. Everybody's checking out your money. the money you make together. Anyways, but good things are happening to you from afar. So if you want to make money, Scorpio, then you should go on a trip. Scorpio should go on a vacation. Scorpio should think long distance. This is geography, long distance. And on the downside, Scorpios having problems. Scorpios are having car problems, transportation problems, computer problems, and phone problems. And it's going to continue for the rest of the summer, so deal with. In addition to that, Scorpios are going to start putting a lot of energy into looking for a new place to live. And that's the deal, Scorpio. All this is going to shift, but if you want more information on what's going to happen astrologically, then check one of the astrology videos. All right, let's do it. Topaz is like she needs a vacation. That's funny. First up, compass. This is the compass. Sonny, you speak English? No. That means... What do you do with the compass? You know my compass points to SLC. Everything in my life sends me straight into the arms of SLC. The most beautiful woman in the world. My sexy little crab. Here we go. Number 42, the compass. I'm here to help you find your way. If there's a journey to be taken or a choice to be made, I can provide you with directions and a path so you do not stray. Yeah, Scorpio, try not to stray. The compass card is an indicator of the direction one is meant to go. It can represent someone or something that provides guidance and helps direct you towards a goal. This card urges you to examine the point or the focus of your undertaking. Look where the needle is pointed. Other nearby cards may provide insight to your direction and your destination. The compass card represents the many things that can guide you on your path. This card is a reminder to notice and heed the signs and symbols you might see along the way. Pay particular attention to the other cards. The compass may also point to feedback other people offer you. Listen to your gut to determine who might be your true north and those who might be too eager to give you advice or seek control. Ooh, Scorpios don't like control. Don't like when other people try and control them. You can always listen to other suggestions, but you do not always have to follow it. So that's the deal. Compass, Scorpio, there's lots of different compasses. Just be aware of whatever is pointing you towards your true action. All right, let's pull some tarot cards. First up, the Chariot. This is Cancer energy, right? This is Cancer energy. There's something interesting that happens in the story of Tarot. Okay, so first, once again, there are pillars in the Tarot, which talks about archways that you have to go through. It talks about the path. You know, the Tarot is a story here. It's a journey, and it alludes to different ways that you should live your life as you walk through your journey. In life, there are different gates that you have to walk through, different trials and tribulations and different checkpoints in life. And there are these gates, and the gates are alluded to, we allude to the gates with these pillars, which is obviously at the porchway or temple of King Solomon's temple, whatever, you don't need to know that. But like, they're all over the Tarot. The High Priestess stands between two pillars. We have the Emperor and Empress sit in chairs, and the arms of the chairs, they kind of represent the pillars. Those guys are sitting in the east, so to speak, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And then we also get the Pope or the Hierophant. The stained glass mirror alludes to a reflection or a picture of, because he's a teacher, right? He teaches from a book. It's a picture of the way or the pillar that you have to go through. And in the Chariot, the pillars are actually represented by the horses. And it means the horses are shaking. You know, they're violent, they're aggressive horses. The pillars are beginning to shake. And so this is the second of the two major cards, or it's the first one that arrives, that talks about personal control and personal power, empowerment. The first one, or the big one, it's the big luminary, which is the sun. And that card means everything is under control. You have everything under control, and you're the action in this world. You got it going on. The second is the Chariot. This means you're big and strong, and you control the Chariot, and you got it going on. And that's what's going on. Now, how does it work in the story of Tarot? As Tarot's cruising along, you know, he leaves school, right? He leaves the Hierophant, physical teachings, and then he goes on into the world, and everyone is like, he meets the, you know, and then people start to, you see, he leaves the world. See, that's school. Tarot creates this tower. See how it's a beautiful tower, and it's pretty cool, but it's kind of like, you know, it's quite ornate, and he's trying really hard, but it's still kind of rudimentary in its design. That's because it's his last project at school. And then he leaves school and he goes into the world. And that's what the Chariot's about. It's about getting out and spreading your word. There's more to it. We're talking about how to spread your word and what happens along the way. And how you spread your word and what happens along the way is, you know, Tarot, people bugging Tarot. You know, he's showing his stuff around. He's showing his wares. He's like, you know, I'm Tarot. This is my action. This is my scene. And everyone's like, you suck. And they say, and that's what happens. and so he goes up to the chariot driver and he's like, yo, the chariot, Mr. Charioteer, Maestro, what's this about on this kind of action? And he's like, Tarot, look, you're good. So you just take these horses. Next time someone says something to you and says they don't like your game, you just take your horses and you just run over them. So, you know, you have the strength and the control. It says to have confidence in your own abilities. It also says, it alludes to a journey that might be on the way. So Scorpios might be traveling, which is not so weird because Venus is in your 9th house of travel. And the Chariot says travelers might be on the way, but what it really says is, don't let anyone mess with you. Next, the Empress or the High Priest. This is not the High Priest. The Empress. This is like the mom of the Tarot. It's Venus energy, and it first up, it indicates a birth. This is the card of pregnancy. I don't see anything astrologically that says Scorpios are going to be pregnant per se, but it all depends on you know, what happens in your astrological chart, what time of day you were born, and where in the world you were born, and it also happens to what you're doing right now. But this card says it's the birth of a new idea or a new beginning, or there's a new something that's going on. So it's a nurturing card. It's a card of benevolence. It's a card of grace. It's a card of bounty. It's a card of very good things. It's one of the physical blessings that, so Scorpios, you are around physical blessings right now. So keep your eyes open and be appreciative of all your moments, because you don't always have all this good stuff that happens to you in life. So be aware of it and be cool. So once again, the compass is up. So Scorpio, you're on the move right now, and you have a focus and you have a goal. You've got the eagle vision going on. So get your action going on, Scorpio. Don't let anyone deter you from your game. Just run them down. You know, there are different ways. A lot of people, you know, different stories. They say like, oh, turn the other cheek, or forgive your enemy. And there are different ways to go through things. Find the water, finds the lowest ground, or to, you know, avoid, the best way is to avoid things. But then there are other ways to do it. You know, you can shine your light. Some people say to shine your light so bright that you blind all of your enemies, and that's a really good way to do it. But then there are other ways. There are other times to move through situations, and there are times when you just have to run over those idiots standing in your way, and that's what the Chariot's telling us. But be grateful for all the good in your life. In addition to that, we have the World card. This is the card of karma. It's ruled by Saturn astrologically, and Saturn is the card of karma. Saturn takes away what's not supposed to be there. So Scorpio, if you had good things are going to be there. If you have bad things are gone. So keep that in mind. It means the absolute end of your story, and it really does mean it's the time to go home. It's time to pack your bags and go home. Your story is done, and it's time to end all the nonsense and ascend to the next level. And that's the action, Scorpio. If you want a personal reading, just check it out in the description box below, or tune into one of the live streams here every morning or every night. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and tell all your friends. And that's the action, Scorpio. From TheSunnySide.net, I'm Sonny, wishing all Scorpios the absolute best of a super beautiful month of June. And I'll see you guys soon.